Good afternoon, sir. Can we meet you, sir?
Good afternoon. My name is Nnamdi Onukwuba, Ugochidebelum, also titled teacher, the Commissioner for Agriculture in Anambra State.
Thank you, sir. INEC announced Professor Charles Chukwuma as the winner of 2021 Anambra State Governorship election. What's your reaction on this?
My reaction is that is what the poll said it should be, and that is that the statement the people voted and their votes counted, and that is how INEC reported it. INEC reported what the poll said and what Anambra State voted for was for Chukwuma Soludo and mass, 100 and something thousand votes, and that is exactly what INEC announced. So INEC has done well in that respect.
Okay. How do you rate the performance of INEC in this election?
Well, the performance is a work in progress. I rate them a good 70-75% going forward. They have to do better because the beavers machine really solved a lot of problems in this election. Were it not for the beavers, a lot of issues would have arisen. By now, people would be knocking their heads as to exactly the true nature of the election. But with the beavers, the results were very obvious. Immediately, they voted, you knew where you are going to. And I'll give an example of what happened in my local government collation point in Onitsha North. When we settled in the collation center at Onitsha North local government council, we had issues of overvoting. The beavers will say a particular figure of what they captured, and the votes recorded by INEC on the recording sheets from ECA or whatever was more than the beavers, and immediately they took a decision, cancelled that polling booth. So we did it for about 4 polling booths in Onitsha where there was overvoting, and you can immediately tell yourself what happened during the overvoting. People did some funny deals, so that was immediately disallowed. So INEC has scored some high points in terms of using the beavers, and I hope they have to improve on the technology, which is dependent on network accessibility. If the network can be improved because of to shorten the delays and give prompt capture, and for people not to waste so much time.
Okay. Are you optimistic that Professor Charles Soludo will do well as governor of Anambra State?
Very much so, yes. Charles Soludo, the name Soludo and the seeks excellence from the one. And if he reels out his CV, you know that this man doesn't want a second mayor. As a matter of fact, some of us in office, now are already looking ahead of what his request will be in the areas of what you are doing currently. Because I'm sure when the transition committee gets on ground, they will start interrogating some of the commissioners on what are you doing, have you read the manifesto, what is your action plan towards meeting, what is in the manifesto. So just Soludo is an excellent man, and his work is going to be like Obiano said, bringing somebody who will do better than me. Not doing better in the sense of exceeding. It's going to build on the foundation Obiano established, and then take it to a higher level. And then being the kind of person meticulous he is in terms of figures and the costings, is going to be very much on his toes with every person working. So he's going to do very well.
Okay. Which area would you like the governor-elect Professor Charles Soludo when he assumes office to start on areas?
Well, let me start with the ministry ahead now. I haven't seen one or two things in the ministry. I would want him to look into poverty alleviation in the communities by way of providing basic SMS, SMEs that can take care of immediate needs of the people. For example, there are some programs we initiated here trying to empower the youth and the women in poultry, empower them in production by at least providing some basic amenities and land availability, community land where they can be given inputs to farm and then be supervised by our agri extension officers. Is going to look into oil palm. We are already developing a program for extensive oil palm plantation in all the Anambra we're looking at poultry development. Poultry is something you can just do at the backyard. The Uber Zone concept that we initiated is something that can be grown into a bigger program. You can do Uber Zone for aquaculture, Uber Zone for fish, for poultry, Uber Zone for vegetables and everything. And being that we have an airport, aggregation of all these products will now lead to exports. I would also want him to look into roads because leading to the election, there were a lot of complaints about roads. And he already said that he's going to hit the ground running, repairing roads, creating cities out of communities. For example, Onitsha, let me look at Onitsha again. Onitsha is a shadow of what is supposed to be a mega city. If Onitsha is improved in terms of facilities, in terms of infrastructure, that will do Onitsha will become somewhere, some place people can just go to get what they want and move out immediately without having bottlenecks of bad road, bottlenecks of traffic, and then the highway area cleaned up, the Awada area, the Okoko area, all those hideouts of the criminals cleaned up and then made open and be brought to the fore. Also, there are a lot of other things like he's going to look at the light up Anambra city and hub is still ongoing, and if he sustains it, that would be a very good scorecard. I want him to also look into how we can now do agro processing leading to exports. There's a whole lot of things he's going to do, and we are developing a template to assist in that regards.
Okay. The present administration has done well in the area of agriculture. The rice production in the states before the governor came into office was short of 4 years. So now, but it has increased. What advice do you have for the incoming governor in
The
terms?
incoming government, like I said, is building on the foundation of Obiano laid. When Obiano came in 2014,
2014?
the rice production was at 80,000 metric tons
Annum.
per annum. Now, currently, we're about 420,000 metric tons. And by the time we finish 2021 statistical figures, we were expecting to shoot to 520,000 metric tons. And going forward, you see the progression in terms of productivity. I want us to sustain that and make Anambra say like Kocharis is a prime rice anywhere in the whole of Nigeria. Wherever you take Kocharis rice to, it's top on the rank. So I want the next governor to continue what has been done. Expansion of the land under cultivation, provision of inputs to community farmers, and then making sure that even the commercial farms get some collaboration with the state in terms of providing more land for them, because I know Josan has been looking for land to expand his production for the past 3 years, 4 years, and he hasn't been able to get that because of communities who are not donating land, who are not releasing land. If government will pay more compensation to farmers and to communities and acquire lands, then give it to commercial producers, then our rice production will, I'm sure, hit a 600 and something thousand metric ton by 2022.
Okay. Governor Willie Obiano has done much, especially in the international airports and the airport at Umuri. This is an improvement for what we had in the past. How do you see the government coming in, raising the tempo concerning the airports
Well,
and some other infrastructures?
it's like you build a house, furnish a house, and then tell somebody to come in and occupy the house. What he needs to do now is to make sure that that house is functional, that the airport is functional. The airport, the multiplier effect from that airport is going to be it's going to be so horrendous because first of all, people importing cargo will have to land in Anambra State. They won't go to Kano or go to Lagos and then truck their load down. They now land here, and every flight that lands in that airport is paying landing fees. Everybody importing cargo into that place is paying some revenue to Anambra State. And then cargo leaving Anambra State will still pay some charges for processing and for export and for that. So that alone is going to give Anambra State increase our IGR. In the area of export, it's now like having an airport next door to your house. We were doing a vegetable export in the past, and that became a problem to truck our vegetable to Lagos because now you just have to travel 10 kilometers, take 15 minutes drive from wherever you are within Anambra State to Umwere. So you can harvest your product in the morning, and by evening it's already leaving Anambra State with evening flight or an afternoon flight, as the case may be. So that airport is going to add to the benefit to the life of India Anambra, improvement in every sector.
Okay, India Anambra voted a mass for APGA in this November 6th election and the supplementary in the year. Is this a bold statement that APGA is dominant in the state?
That's exactly what it is. APGA is dominant in the state. Anambra State is an APGA state, believe it or not. But the issues are, we don't have to rest on our oars. Like I told my people in my local government area, you have done very well. During the thank you receptions we gave them, you have done very well. But this is not to say that we're going to go to sleep. We now need to take APGA to the next level, at least hold Anambra State, that whoever is running an election under the flag of APGA must win. And we must start today. It's not waiting till the next election. We must have to bring in all those people that voted for us, all our APGA people, make sure we register more people under APGA ticket platform. Get as many as we have. And you can see the ripple effect of what happened in Anambra State already playing out in Imo.
Yes.
Imo people already clamoring for a zoning. And by zoning it away from where this Hokus Odima come from to where. And where the people are already thinking of APGA. So if we, in the next election, get away, from there we go to APGA. Very soon, APGA will be the Southeast
Dominant party.
And that is what we need, the synergy within the 5 Southeast states. Hold it together, then we can have a negotiation at the center. For those who say, oh, let's join the party at the center, you cannot join the party at the center by being a minority. You join from a point of
strength.
If APGA is in the whole Southeast states, then we can sit down together. The governors of the South cannot sit down together and say, okay, now is a negotiating point. We have this number of people. We're going to vote en bloc if you give us this. So that is what we need to do. APGA has made a point in Anambra State. APGA is dominant in Anambra State, but APGA does not need to sleep and wait for the next election. We need to continue driving the force.
Okay, what message are you passing to the electors, the citizens of Anambra State, India Anambra? Are they going to support the incoming government? And are they going to still be supporting the current government? What advice are you giving them?
The current government is a transition. There is no difference between the current government and the incoming government because it's an APGA government. That's why we are still in the office. I was telling somebody this morning that if it had gone otherwise, God forbid that our detractor, the APC people, but by this time you come to office, they would have locked your door because they won't even wait till March 17. But this is a seamless transition from an APGA government to an APGA government. Obiano and Soludo are very good friends. They have made commitment to each other that they are going to work like brothers. So that respect is there, and respect for Obiano is respect for Soludo. Respect for Soludo is a respect for Obiano, who has done so well and brought in Soludo and chaperoned him to get to where we are now. So we are going to work together with Soludo. We are going to make sure that the legacies of Obiano transcend, and then while Soludo is in office, leave more legacies for the APGA people to be happy about.
Okay. Thank you very much, Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture, Honorable Dr. Nnamdi Onukwuba. Ugochidebelum. Thank you very much, sir. It's nice having an interview with you, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure.
The office of the governor on disability matters to appreciate all of you for finding time to be in this press briefing. In Igbo parents, we say Anaba Agaba Agaba Akaleze Anabaka Anaba Akaleze. When we started, we let you know our plans to make sure that persons with disabilities will participate actively in the election that just passed. And today, our director and the special advisor to government disability matters have been able to let you know how it went through and all we have done to make sure that our people participated and we got what we want. And I want also to say that persons with disabilities participated not only because uh, we have right to participate, but because of what we have seen the previous administration, the current administration, under the leadership of His Excellency Chief Dr. Ugochidebelum has done for persons with disabilities. And we don't want to go behind, we don't want to go backward from what we have been enjoying in the state. And that is why our people came out in mass to make sure that CC Soludo and his deputy emerged as the governor and deputy governor elected. So, and we are believing that the programs of the incoming administration will borrow a leaf from the current administration to make sure that all the programs is not only inclusive but accessible to persons with disabilities. And on this note, I want to say thank you very much for honoring our invitation. Okay. And God bless you.